my dear Leos. This is a love reading, a prediction for Sagittarius season, 22nd of November to 21st of December 2019, with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. The first reading I did was for the birthday sign, so happy birthday to all Sagittarius out there. And I'm reading the other signs in the order of most appreciated videos from the previous love reading published for Scorpio season. So you can see the order I read in this time around at the community section of my channel. And this will be a love reading for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising Sign and Venus, Vedic or Tropical. The reading can go both ways. The drama is the same, but it can be different castings to the different roles by the universe. So when I tell you that this is you, it can as well be the person or situation you are dealing with. Use your own intuition and recognition to determine who is who in this reading for you. And I'll start shuffling your cards, and I use the Golden Universal Tarot by Roberto De Angelis. So, when I open your deck here, I see the Lovers in the reversed, which is number 6, together with 6 of Wands. So, it seems like you are sacrificing relationships for your own kind of your own benefit. So yeah, I think it means that you are taking more care of yourself and your own success than what you are investing in relationships for the moment. And it's also an aura around you of not wanting to be hurt or dragged down in the dirt. So you're kind of turning your back towards this love situation here. And you want more success in your life. You don't want to sacrifice yourself on the altar of love. Okay. So I call the divine with love and light. And here we have the Queen of Swords with the 6 of Wands in the reversed. So, Queen of Swords can be an air sign you are dealing with. It's usually Libra, it can be Aquarius or Gemini as well. And with the 6 of Wands in reverse, there's some trouble in the communication, okay? So there might be trouble in communication with you and people that is trying to get justice from you or trying to get fairness from you. Sometimes Queen of Swords can also be a little bit judgy. So, what I'm seeing here is kind of a situation, if we can combine these two cards, it's a kind of a situation where you are also judging people and you are not in a super friendly mood, okay? So it's not anger, but it's kind of a little bit cold, okay? So a little bit cold. So I called for archangels in the four corners of the world. And here we have the Strength card, which is Leo, together with 6 of Wands. That's it's also Leo. It's Leo or Jupiter in Leo. We have the 6 of Cups here also in the reverse. So it's something where you don't want to make an effort, okay? Where you don't want to be the bigger person. You don't want to say that you're sorry. You kind of don't care is what I'm seeing with the Queen of Swords and all these cards. It's like, you don't care. So I think this have come from you paying a very high price. So you have gotten almost like it has maybe been too much fuss. And now you have learned to detach from all the fuss and all the difficulties and challenges and dramas and whatnot. So I call the 6 elements, and here we have the Ace of Swords together with the Strength card in the reverse. So it seems like something that you fought for very much in the past. It's something you have lost your interest in this. You have lost your edge. You don't want to fight for this. You don't want to try and make it work. You just don't care. So that's generally what I'm getting from this. You just don't care. It's really coming from from the bottom of your heart. You just don't care. It's like it's like you feel you're better off doing your own thing than mixing it up with this person here or these people. It's it's like they can't understand you, you don't understand them, and it's kind of fine. So it seems like you're deliberately are not giving a F, okay? You just, okay, so let it fall. If it falls, it falls. And it's also this little bit of, it's a good confidence in the same time, because with these cards that we saw, it's like you can make it on your own. You don't need these people. So that's generally what I'm picking up from this. And this is the foundation of your situation. So I will tune in and do your reading, and your reading will be prediction for a Sagittarius season. So this is what's going on when I shuffle the cards, might be what's going on right now when I'm doing the reading, and then we will see the development. Okay. So my high and dry Leos, I'm going to tune in. Okay, so this is the new bottom of the deck, and we have Knight of Swords, which is Gemini, and here we have this Libra, and here we have Mars in Leo, but in the reversed, and Two of Swords. I'm just curious what's going on here underneath the surface. So what I'm seeing is that you don't give a fuck. Generally speaking, it's just like that. It's like you have been through hell and back, and you got so mangled through that nothing can really bother you anymore. It's like so if someone would, you know, try to have a relationship with you where there's you know, harsh words and things like that, I think you would just let it go. You wouldn't care about it. It's just brushing it off like this. That's what I'm seeing here. Okay, and this is the old bottom of the deck, and it's Two of Cups and the Fool and Judgment and Ten of Swords. So it seems like in the past you have cared. Okay, you cared a lot. And it costed you, like it was a big price to pay for being in relationships that were actually lopsided, like they weren't really fair, and you were unable to see this, so you probably went on landmine after landmine after landmine after landmine, and now this is what came out, like you being less caring. Before you cared a lot, and now you kind of don't. Okay, so this is what I'm seeing. So we'll see if this is genuine or if you are just, you know, trying to get by and get over some shit. Okay, so this will be what's on your conscious mind about the person most on your mind. This is the situation with said person, and this is what that person or these people are what's on their mind about you. And this is your feelings towards them, the common energies, and their feelings towards you. This is your behaviors and attitudes, and this is the outcome, and this is their behaviors and attitudes. So we'll see with the situation first. So we have a Five of Coins in the reverse. So it shows a situation where maybe you or both people in this, or the people involved in this, is trying to get up from a position where they haven't really been able to love and respect themselves. So in the past, you probably let people walk all over you and take advantage of you. And now you want that to end. You don't want to play that game anymore. So it's like you're lifting yourself up from the gutter. Okay. And it's a 5, so it's connected to other people and society and your tribe and people in general, and, you know, how you're supposed to act, the unwritten rules about how to act in society. And this is what's on your conscious mind about them. So you want peace, you want a love, and you want empathy and all these kind of things. It's just that when you are met with this this attitude, this little bit demanding attitude that we saw, you don't respond well to that, okay? So you get really cold and cutting, but you have the best intentions, it seems, and you probably want reconciliation or things to just run smoothly. It's just when it doesn't run smoothly, you're not happy or you don't care. So it has come to that. But you still have this big lion heart. So you still have love in your heart for people. It's just that you don't care for people trying to judge you or being maybe cold towards you. Then you respond kind of with the same attitude towards them. If they are cold, you are cold. If they try to pull your leg, it seems like you are not interested. You just cut it out. So this is on what's on their conscious mind about you. And we have the Lover. So that's also a number 6, but it's a major arcana 6. So it seems like you and the other person is on the same terms, like both want love and kind of love the other person and wants happy relationships and trust and being able to give and share love back and forth. So remember that this is in the future, so things might change between this foundation, what we saw, where you were very high and dry, and this. But with the 5 of coins, it's talking about where you're coming from, that you have felt very poorly treated and like people haven't respected you. It doesn't mean that your love has gone away. You still love these people. You just you don't care for not being respected anymore. It's like if you don't get respect, you are going to detach. So it's very detached. It's a very detached approach, what we saw earlier. So this is the common energies, like the mix between you two. And we have the moon in the reverse. So there's a lot of revelations that's happening, like things that have been hidden in the dark is being brought to the through the light. And this can, of course, make people both unhappy and dramatic and upset and everything, because we don't want to see the things that might be the truth, but is unpleasant truth, like that person, they say they love me, but they don't act like they love me. Or it might be things, opinions and things that we have about one another. That is true, we have this opinion, but if it's coming up to the surface, there's hell to pay. So with the moon, there's a lot of revelations, like truth, uncomfortable truth is coming to the light of day. And people are starting to realize things that they hoped wouldn't be true. But it's better to know the truth than to brush it underneath the carpet. It's better to communicate about the things that hasn't worked well in your relationship and take it to the surface and discuss it, than to the man that everyone in your surrounding is keeping quiet and are not talking about uncomfortable things, because that just means you save it for later. So it's better to be brave enough to have an open communication. And this is your feelings for them, and it's an 8 of Swords in the reverse. So 8 of Swords in the reverse on a feeling level, it's like you're more friendly towards them when you're thinking about them than what you are on a real emotional level. So what I'm seeing here is the same thing that I saw before, that you are detaching, that these people and their opinions can't trap you anymore. If they say dance, you won't dance anymore. It's like, nah, again, you don't care. I think why you have this on your mind, it's like an old story where we have adversaries, people that in their eyes, we were never good enough. So we want to act in a way that will make them happy and be good enough so we can be loved. So I think you still have these ideas that these people should love you, or you want them to love you, but you can't live up to their expectations. It's like you can't dance the dance that they want you to dance. They say dance, monkey dance, and you feel like, no, this is not how it should be. I want to be loved for the person that I am. I don't want to dance this dance to be worthy of love, because it's like you have been judged not worthy of love in the past, and with what the earlier cards we saw. And now you don't care for that, because you're getting back your self-respect, and you refuse to dance the monkey dance to make other people love you. But it doesn't mean that you don't still love them and that they don't still love you. It's just that it's so Byron Katie have said a really good thing, and it's you can't hurt me, that's my job. And that is usually what is happening, particularly with the moon going on here, that we see things with people and we get offended by it, or we get hurt by it, or someone says something, we get hurt by it. But it's not really their words that's hurting us, it's our ideas of their words. So for example, if you have been abused by a caretaker when you were young, a parent, for example, and that person, you still hate them to this day. You love them, hate them, because they were your parent and they should love you, and you love them unconditionally as a child. But they abused you, they hurt you, they kicked you around or whatever. And now to this day, you reminisce about this, how you got hurt, how they kicked you around. And that is, they hit you this one time and you remember it 1,000 times. So that is what Byron Katie means with you can't hurt me, that is my job. And I think that is what's infected in this relationship, that the other person just does what comes natural for them and we get hurt by it. And here we are starting to realize just that this is how this person is. And yes, they might be inconsiderate, abusive, neglectful, selfish, self-centered, egocentric, whatever. They might be all that, but it's you that's getting hurt by this instead of, but I think it's like you are in a recovery because you're starting to mind your own business a little bit more and you don't care as much for the drama, and you're cutting yourself free here in 2 different levels. You're 3 different levels. Self-respect, starting to see the truth also about uncomfortable things, and freeing yourself from the situation. So it means I have self-respect. So if this person like this, they are a compulsive liar, it comes natural for them, so I just cut myself loose and I don't trust a word they say. I still love them, obviously, but I don't trust the word they say, and I make my own everyday living to not be dependent on this person speaking the truth. So this is how you free yourself. You are independent from them, so they can, pull their, say their little lies, and you will still go unaffected because you have taken your own responsibility of your life. This is an 8, so it's connected to the strength card that we saw. So it's like you're not strong for this other person anymore, or these other people. You're starting to become strong for yourself. So if they challenge you and put crap in your way, you just don't go that way. You go another direction, which you have control over and which you have chosen. So if someone promised to do something and then they are not there to do it, you fix it yourself. You do it yourself. You find another solution, and you're not a victim anymore. So I think this is really good. So we'll see what's on their emotional levels towards you. And we have an 8 of Cups. So this person is another 8, but they are still like in this mood of I'm seeing in their posture that they still feel like a victim to the situation. And with the 8 of Cups, it's very likely that they are trying to get away from the situation. Things have changed, the dynamic have changed between you two, and you probably seem very cold, okay? You probably seem very cold. Even if you're not, you seem cold because you are not getting, you don't start to cry when they have, expose them with their lies. Instead, you just, okay, so you lied, so now the circumstances is different and this is what I do. So they think that your lack of drama or your lack of being drawn into the dance is you not caring. So they think things are over between you, that you have just gotten over them. That's not really the truth, but it's how you act that makes them think that you are over them. But from my point of view, you're only over the drama. It's like if you put all your cows in someone's pasture and they tear down the fence, next morning you're not going to let out your cows in that pasture. You're going to fix up your own pasture. You're going to buy land and build your own fence and put your cows there instead, because you can't trust this person to keep the cows in, because they seem to want to destroy things for you, so they are letting loose all your cows. So it's just natural for you to now not be dependent on people that you can't depend on. And they think that, oh, so she doesn't want to, or he doesn't want to have their cows on my meadow anymore, so that means this person doesn't care for me anymore. Good example, I know. Yes. So this is your behaviors and attitudes towards them, and it's the Five of Swords, so it's much what we saw in the beginning, that you just don't care enough to fight. You just don't care enough to try to change the situation with them. You change it for yourself, so you have a great outcome for you. And it's also with the Six of Cups there, like you have forgiven them. You don't have a beef with this person. You just see facts and act accordingly. So this is the fact and this is how I act. So, and then you forget about this situation. It's like it can't attach to your memory. It can't go on and hurt you again and again during the day, because you won't put energy into it, so you won't remember it. And someone needs to remind you and say, well, you didn't put your cows in my pasture this morning. What happened? And then you remember, yeah, because you always let them out, so I have built my own. But you are not. So this is good. It's like you're not hurting yourself anymore with reminiscing how you are a victim and how other people have hurt you in this and that way. So this is their behaviors and attitudes towards you. And here we have a King of Cups. So this is Scorpio energy. So you might be this is Gemini, and we have Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So you might be dealing with a water sign, or an air sign. That's a possibility too. I don't see so much other energies, but it doesn't matter what this is. It shows a person, like a person with an open heart, a person with a big cup for you that wants to offer you love and understanding, and it's like warmth, like a person, like a father energy that wants to take care of you, or wants you to be happy, or wants to give you some grand offer. So maybe this little walkabout here where they feel it's their feeling level, they want to run away, but on their action level they don't. They want to run away because they feel intimidated by the situation, but it doesn't seem like they actually do that. They are still here and warm and fuzzy and all in love. So maybe this works, okay? Taking yourself out of the dance, and not, if you don't always confront each other in the areas where you're not at your best, probably you're going to have less drama and conflicts, because if you are minding your own business and not leaning towards them, it's like they want to come to you, and it's almost like this dance where you go away, they come after you. If you would go after them, they would run away, but it's still creating some kind of balance here. So that seems great, but we'll see with the outcome here. And the outcome is a Queen of Cups. So this seems better. It seems like you're handling a situation where someone is getting rather hurt by your by your approach or how you're showing yourself, but you don't really engage in that, and you mind your own business, and then there can be love between you because you're not getting so irritated by the other person's difficulties and their, how they want to manipulate you and draw them you into different games and plays and dramas. So it seems like you just, no, you're not interested in that, but you're still having your heart open. So I don't know exactly what will come out of this, but it's exciting. It seems like a new move, or you're testing some new kind of approach that's probably going to be like more lucky. And we have the Queen of Hearts and the King of Hearts together, so it shows love for you. And here we have some love situation, but with some distance between people. It's almost like they are in different dimension, one in air and one in water. Air, water. So I think your partner is a little bit more emotional than you at the moment. Emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. And that is what I think you have done. You have just let go of resentment, and if someone doesn't want to help you, you don't whine and cry like a baby, you just fix it yourself. So that seems like development. So I'll see what's going on for this other person then. So we have butterflies here and some tears. So there's some kind of transformation. I think emotionally there's some transformation going on. 8, and this 18, the moon here. It's something really cooking. So reflection. Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. So with the 8 of Cups here, it would probably be like this person is taking their space, and you don't care if they do or don't, it seems, because you are detached. But it seems like it will just be a moment you take your space from each other, and then you will come back into union here. So they just need to think over things and probably go through some little bit of transformation so that they can keep up with your transformation that have happened. So this is going to be the advice for you. This one. Go with the flow. And I will need to take this too. And Peacock, raise your standards. And I think this is what you do. If someone is giving you a faulty solution, you don't take that. You fix your own solution. Go with the flow. Beautiful waves and fishes with wings. The magic of the universe knows what you desire and wants to deliver the best outcome for you. So let go, step aside, and accept help from others. Sometimes people become used to resistance and struggle. Everyone accepts that this is a part of how life is supposed to be. When you relax, go with the flow, and let go of a situation, you will see how amazing the result will be. It will be more favorable than you anticipated. So you're not really leaning towards people and asking them for help. It's more like you are learning to do things on your own and not needing other people's help. So I think that's something you are going to have to relearn at a later stage. But first, you are learning this, that you relax and go with the flow, and you let go of the situation, and you get amazing result from this. So when things doesn't go your way, you don't cry. You just, okay, so then the water is streaming down another creek instead of the blocked one. So it's just like this. You just don't let things block you up anymore. But at a later point, you're going to have to relearn how to actually trust people. But then also people you might need to be in a situation where you actually have people around you that can earn your trust as well. So, Peacock. Yes. The peacock is possibly one of the most exquisitely beautiful creatures of the world's animal kingdom. It is also believed to be the most virtuous and embodies the admired characteristic of integrity and loyalty. Like the peacock, you embody qualities important for friendship and family unity. You are encouraging, selfless, and enrich the lives of everyone you meet. The peacock is also very protective of its young and will provide for and protect them under any circumstance. This card can also be seen as an indicator to better yourself and to raise your standards to be more like the peacock. Mantra: I love and care for everyone I know. So we are seeing you are detaching a little bit, but in the same time, it's like you care for yourself a little bit better, and possibly you're in a child. This is the childhood card here. So maybe this is what you are doing, that you are taking better care of yourself. You're not letting yourself end up in the old traps and become disappointed in people. You can become disappointed, but you don't let that affect your life. You just move on. And eventually this is going to bring a more selfless and more higher kind of love, where you don't need people to be in a certain way for you to love them. So you will start to accept people for who they are because you are not dependent on them. So they can be whoever they want to be, and you are whoever you are, and you take care of your business, and eventually you will learn to help others, and they will help you. But for right now, it's like you're going through this individualistic process of being an individual, and it seems like you're raising your standards for what you want in your life, for your inner child, and also for children in your life. Maybe you don't have the same tolerance with things that not up to your standard. Okay. So my dear Leos, if you need more help after this, you can go to my webpage. I have the deep love readings for the November season up, and it's 4 elements, because I was traveling, so I wasn't able to do all the 12 signs, but it's the 4 elements, and it's deep love readings. So you can get more information from these about how to go about this situation. There's also pick a card readings and a similar reading like this for the Scorpio season that has started just like a week ago. So we're smack in the middle of that. So you can watch them too. So either the 4 elements love readings, the pick a card readings, or the love readings for Scorpio season. So you will get a deeper understanding of what's really going on. And until next time, I want you to take really good care, and bye-bye.